Good afternoon, and thank you for joining this session around introducing ProPlus to your finance users. My name is Anant Ram. I'm from the office marketing team. I have with me TJ Divine,
Okay.
and we're going to be talking to you about some of the cool things that you can talk to your finance users on ProPlus and how it will be relevant for their daily work. TJ.
So today we're here to talk about Office 365 ProPlus. ProPlus are the apps you already know and love. It's Word, Excel, PowerPoint, but we focused on the user and licensing, user-focused licensing experience. So that means you can install across 5 devices, 5 tablets, and 5 smartphones. You can access all of your files from anywhere with a terabyte of cloud storage. It's also backed by the power of the cloud. That means that you have access to cloud-based features like OneDrive, like same-time collab, and the intelligent capabilities that we'll be showing you shortly. Now, this is value that is relevant for all of our end users, and today we're going to be focusing particularly on the finance use cases. As Anant walks you through a number of demos, I want you to look for 3 different themes. Quickly turning data into insights, arriving at better decisions through collab experiences, and then securing organizational information.
Okay. So I'm going to be doing some demos here. How many of you have finance background? Oh, great. So please do follow me and make sure that I stick to the script. I'm not a finance user or a finance person. I failed my accountancy, so I want to try and be as good as you guys are. So let's begin with. Finance users are really power users, right? They use a lot of macros and functions and a lot of this. And that's really their core forte, right? But we want to make sure that they have a great experience. So if you look at what we are doing with the whole Office experience, is one, we are making it really, really simple. The whole UI is being refreshed, what we call as fluent design principles, where we're creating a new UI ribbon menu, and that's getting rolled out in the coming months to all our customers, where you will be able to access and focus on your information more easily. The more important one for us is bringing the search experience. Now, when you go in and say, I want to search on finance, right? Now, instead of searching outside Excel or Word or PowerPoint, you just go into the search, and what used to be the tell me feature is now the unified search experience. And as you can see in here, I just typed in the word FIN. It brought in content from the web. It brought me actions related to finance. It also brought me people, right? So if I want to share this document with some of my colleagues, and I have groups created in Microsoft Teams, I could just go in and say share, or open up other documents that I have here, right? Is that cool? Is that easy? Right? So let's go to the next one. Now, finance has a lot of data analysis, and that's what they do. I'm 100% sure, and I know from working with my Microsoft Finance folks, every time I walk into their desktop, they have only 2 apps open: an Outlook to check on mails or send emails, and multiple windows of Excel open, right? So that's because they have data and they want to analyze this. Now, traditionally, what finance used to do is you look at historical data and then predict what would be your future. And they do it for budgeting or seasonality, etc. Guess how do they do it? Any ideas? They use statistical models, right? They look at data patterns over the last few years, and they apply their own intelligence on top of it. They know that the sales generally gives them a bullshit story, so they generally come back and say, no, I don't believe you, I believe you only 60%, right? So that's how they do it. But what we want to do is make it easy. So we have a function called forecast, right? So I just go into the search again and type on forecast. All I did is click on that option, forecast, and now I have a forecast based on that data that I have. Now, if you look closely, this data is based on historical trends. It also has projection for the next few years, right? I could extend this period. I could also change my confidence level. By default, it takes about 95%. confidence level, I could lower it to 60%, then my upper and lower bounds automatically narrow down. Now I have a reasonable amount of information to go and talk to my folks and make some decisions about it, right? Now, to take this forecast and make decisions, I really need insights, right? Insights that will tell me on patterns, trends, and key issues that I have in my data. And typical finance folks would build charts, power pivots, and a lot of complex reporting on top of it, right? So we have something called insights. And what used to be Excel insights is now ideas. So ideas is a machine learning powered capability within Excel, right? So as you can see here, the Excel goes in, takes this data. I didn't even select the whole data. I just clicked on one cell. It automatically picked up the data in the table and went in and brought me a couple of analysis, quite a bit of analysis. For instance, it showed me patterns, right? What you see here in blue are patterns. But what you see in orange are actually key insights that Excel is prompting you to look into it. Where I have some outliers, for instance, this particular chart shows me that while the data sales seems to be following a particular pattern, I have two products which are really outside my normal sales pattern, and maybe I want to take a look at it. So I could scroll down and look into more details of this data, right? So now I'm looking at this data. I noticed that I have some products which are really selling well, and there's one particular product that seems to be accounting for 85% of my sales. Now, I need to make some decisions on how do I make this sales better. So I go into the promo sheet, which is what, where finance and sales have an interlock to determine what would be your promo for the quarter, right? And I noticed that this product, which is 85% of my sale, is actually lower than that, or it has a very high percentage of discount, right? So I want to change this percentage discount. I'm going to ask TJ Divine here to come in and change it. Instead of me telling him in person, what I could do is I could just go in and do a comment.
Now that at mentioned that he's putting in right now, that'll show up in my email. If I have this file open, which I do currently, you can see I'm up here, I'll get an alert in my Excel. I can see he's not only typing in something, but he's called me out. And he's called me out that I have the wrong data in there. So he's right, this 25% is a little high. I'm gonna go ahead and change that to 5%. We probably don't need to be giving such a high discount on that. We'll let the Wi-Fi catch up with that, but go ahead.
Yeah. So what we just demonstrated to you is being able to make decisions quite seamlessly. Wherever he is, I just put in commentary and he gets that information. Now while we do that, if you notice, I have this price sheet that needs to go out, right? And it's ready to publish, right? But TJ, what did you do?
I put in the wrong picture.
Yeah, so he put in the wrong picture, and now guess what? People will be looking for a cycle rim instead of a crankshaft. So what do you want to do? You want to get some pictures?
Let's go ahead and fix that.
Okay, let's go fix this. Now, I don't know if you notice, there is 3D capabilities within Office, right? You could embed objects within 3D, and we've been talking about 3D in PowerPoint, right? You could embed objects in 3D in any 3D objects in any of the Office apps. So I could just go in and change this, and we are done, right? So now this price sheet is ready for publishing. Now what I want is, I want to call out some people. So I'm going to share this again. So while I do it from a comment, I could also go in and say, hey, let's send it to Megan. I seem to be delegating a lot of work, but that's what I do. I send this out to people and say, go, now work on this, right? Now it's shared on OneDrive, which means that the document is out on the cloud, and anybody with access to this would be able to take this further. Now, what I want to do next is actually work on some of the distribution center analysis, right? So to do that, teacher, did we get that Excel sheet?
Yeah, switch box.
Oh, okay, I need to switch this. 6.
There we go.
7. Okay, so what we generally do is, for instance, TJ has this piece of paper that has a bit of text in it, right? How often do we get this paper and say, now go figure out what to do with this data? Often? Yes? Right. So what do? We type this back into our Excel, right? It spends about 5 minutes doing that. It's a really shame or waste of time for us, right? So what we have here is our Excel on mobile. So I'm going to use this app, and I use a standard Android phone, and using the Excel that we have on the Android phone. And as you can see on the bottom, you have a grid and an icon for a camera. So I'm going to click on it. Took a picture of this, and it's converting this image to data. I hope to God it works. Okay, Wi-Fi just needs to catch up with it. There we go, right? So this text is now converted. This is what we call as tabular OCR. We are able to take this data and import it into an Excel file. Now I can go in and review and say this should be really 7, and then insert this into my table anyway, right? So I'm going to switch back to 5, 6. Okay. So now I have this data here, right? And this piece of paper was really supposed to tell us where we need to make our investments in our data warehouse or in our warehouse, right? So I have this data, and the manager has really given us ranking, right? This is the number of, this is the ranking that he has given preference, and I need to work on it. I need to validate it. As finance, I would validate what you say, right? So how do I do this? Now, I need to look for a state which has the highest density of population, a good business to do, good area to do business with. So to do that, all I'm going to do is format this as a table. Now I got this as a table, and if you go into the data, you would notice we have introduced 2 new data types, and we will have more data types coming up. One of them is geography. So when I click on geography, what it does is it's actually going to the cloud, looking at this data to figure out what it is. So there are 2 columns here. One is the state, one is the ranking. So the rank came back with a question mark saying, what do you want to do with this? But before I get to the ranking, let's look at the state column, right? So if I go into the state and I click on it, again, web services powers this data. So without having to leave your office environment, the Excel environment, I'm able to look at the data that you have in that state. Now, that's not all of it. So I want some analysis. So when I click on this icon, what it does is it goes into the cloud, looks for data pertaining to the states. So I have things like number of households. I have things like median household income. And what I really want is population change, right? So I have this now inserted. So it's really fetching all this information for me to make the effective decision. Let's format this so that I can make my decision a little better by using the conditional formatting. So I'm just going to go in and say, let's use some icon sets. Here we go. Let's put in some data bars here. And I'm going to use one more different type of data bars, which is color set, right? So now I've made this analysis. I have this data, and I can really make an informed decision. I have a population which is growing, and Texas seems to be the highest, but has a median household income, but has a large number of households. whereas the ranking that was earlier given, which was 1, which was Florida, we're here, it's still good at 9.6%. But if I were to make a decision, I would say the ranking should be 1 for Texas, 2 for Florida, right? So I can go in and again make those changes. Now, if I want to make a different state, I want to add a different state, all I have to do is go in here and maybe
just below.
Yeah. Right? And what it did is I changed the data, it went in and got the new insights. Is that cool? Right? Okay. So, may I switch back? All right. So, last part of the demo, again on decisions, right? Excel has a lot of functions. There are a lot of functions. Nobody knows the full span of functions. But the more you know, the more powerful you are in the organization, right? Now, one of the things about Excel functions is that typically it returns a single value, right? If you say if only if, it'll give you a value based on an insight or a data set. Now, what we have done with the new dynamic arrays, and that's coming out for all our customers, is that you can put in a function and it would return a data set, and it dynamically populates the column for you without having to you manually copy this thing. For instance, I have this data. I want to do a unique of all, sorry, of all these records. And it did. As you can see, it populated the table. Now I can go in and if I want to do a further sort, and it's sorted out, right? Now I could go in and do a little more deeper analysis. For instance, I want to filter this data where the stock status, which is particularly this column, is high. Sorry. Okay? It didn't work. Why? Because the column needs more rows. There isn't any row. I have a text here. So I need to delete this, and then this gets updated. So I could go in and change values. For instance, this particular product, I want to XC performance. So I want to change that to, let's see, where is XC performance? Here. I make it low. It would take it off that list, right? So these are small functions that we are adding to Excel to make our finance users more powerful, do more within the span of time. Right?
You know, Anand, this is fantastic analysis. We should really secure this. Can we lock this down?
Oh, of course. I did secure this by putting it on OneDrive. So when I did that on OneDrive, I assigned people permissions. So when you go in and look at it, it actually tells me that where do you want to save this file, and then you will say where you would want to, so who do you want to give this permission to. But what you could also do is protect. So when you go in and save this file, you can protect this workbook and automatically inherit all the policies that you have for information within your organization. Does that answer your question?
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Actually, that's a great transition. There we go. So that's only a small piece of the security capability that's already built into O365. ProPlus has built into it tools that allow you to manage, to identify sensitive information and prevent data leakage protection within your organization. Manage your accessibility, so only the right people are seeing it. And then address threats. With ATP, safe attach, safe links, and exploding URLs, you're able to stop attacks within your organization, the places where it happens most frequently. Now, I know a few of the people here have not yet deployed Office 365 Pro Plus. I know you want to leave right away to go do that right now, but one of the concerns that I hear about is app compatibility. And as you probably heard about this morning, Microsoft is committed to making sure that app compatibility is not an issue. We've seen from our experience, from the thousands and thousands of customers we've worked with, that fewer than 0.3% of macros have potential issues in upgrading from Office 2010 to Office 365 Pro Plus. More than 99% of our add-ins just work. Now, this is what we know does not have potential issues. The challenge is finding where are those potential issues, and that's what the Office Readiness Toolkit, Windows Analytics, is there for. So today and during most of this week, you're going to be hearing, I've got 1 minute, I'm going to talk very fast. During most of this week, you're going to be hearing a lot about features. We want you to know we also focus a lot on performance. What you're seeing is VLOOKUP. This is 1 million cells on 1 million cells. That's how fast it takes. We focus a lot on performance improvements as well as features. And in fact, with every single release of Office 365 Pro Plus, you're getting more and more value that builds on features, on productivity improvements, on processing improvements like the ones we just saw. Now, we're out of time. He's about to chase us off, but we're back at the Modern Desktop Office 365 booth. Please do come and talk to us. We'll be able to address any of your questions. Thank you.
Thank you.